Hi everybody, Justin McElroy. I'm the editor-at-large for Polygon.com, joined by my colleague and brother, Griffin McElroy.
Hi.
And we're here talking with Hakan Abrak about Hitman, just Hitman. Hitman.
Yes.
Hitman,
So,
Hitman, comma, colon, nothing. Just Hitman.
Just Hitman, yeah. So it's been 17 years with working on Hitman, and Hitman is laying the foundation of something new for the series in the future. So we thought we'll just call it Hitman. So all the experience we've had throughout the years, it's in here to give the best possible assassin experience that we can deliver to our fans out there.
So why is this the right time to reboot the if that's the proper term, sort of a refresh of the Hitman franchise?
I think a refresh is a better word than reboot. We think we're ready to take a bold step, with a digital release, with all the opportunities that comes with that. I mean, working on a game for years and putting that in a box and giving that to the fans, that's really a daunting feeling, because you're just hoping that everything's good, right? And it's going to be well received. But that's it, right? You're just giving your baby away, and there's no opportunities to do something about it afterwards. But creating our world of assassination, growing that and deepening that experience and evolving that experience gives us an opportunity to shape that experience together with the community, with our fans out there. So we can actually react on changing some of the mechanics, maybe, but also to tweak the content, the future content, to be the best possible experience for our fans.
So based on what we've seen at a few of the press conferences over the past couple of days, this looks like a really big departure for Hitman. So I guess just to start out, can you give us sort of an overview of what the structure of Hitman will look like?
I mean, we'll get into more details later on later in the year. We'll start December the 8th. The experience is gonna start there, right? So, and that will evolve and grow throughout 2016. So we're building this world of assassination where the core promise is to travel around the world, right? You will go to the fashionable Paris. You will go to sunny coast of Italy. You'll go to exotic Marrakesh, and so on, and that will evolve. New locations, new missions, new hits will come in. So that's and there will be an overarching story connecting these hits, and a conclusion of that in 2016. Besides the hit structure and the story, we will have a pulse in the world of assassination. So. Just imagine, as an example of that, just imagine a time-limited target that will only be there for 48 hours, and for all the players in the world. If the target escapes, it's gone forever, right? You'll never have another opportunity. Or the way you kill the target is the way the target is killed, and the rewards you get from that will be accordingly. So it's structured with overarching story and the new location and the hits, but there's also a live aspect of it. We also introduced contracts with Absolution with our last game, and that is just going to be so much more deeper in Hitman, because it's a lot more a lot bigger sandboxes we're creating. We are looking at 6 times bigger sandboxes without any checkpoints. Freedom of approach on how you want to take out your targets. 6 times more NPCs in there to check disguises from or exploit to get to your targets. So that it's a lot more complex, high definition sandbox we're doing. And with contracts, once you have done killed the hits and the targets, with contracts you have an opportunity to create your own targets and share that with your friends, with the community, and compete with them. So in the throughout the experience, we'll have opportunities to add elements to that as well, besides the story, right? So the hit is really a central part of Hitman again.
When I play Hitman games, typically my approach is to get about 3 minutes in, mess it up, and get killed, and then start again and maybe get 4 minutes in this time, drop a plate on my foot or something, and somebody's like, "Hey, that guy's not a waiter."
He steps in a bucket.
I step in a bucket. I slip on a banana peel. I get shot again. So that's generally my approach until I can get to something like competency. When you mentioned, it was mentioned during the trailer, and you just mentioned this idea of sort of one-shot targets that you'll get one chance at. How exacting do like the mechanics have to be for that not to be frustrating? How precise do you guys have to make the controls in the world and the indications of what's going on to where it's not like you're constantly being frustrated because you do only get one shot, rather than sort of my traditional approach of
screwing up constantly.
Yeah, I mean, that's a really good question. It takes a lot of time to tune this experience, to balance it absolutely right. So the most important thing is that in Hitman, it's important that you're doing conscious decisions. So it's not by an error that you get, your disguise is blown or something, right? So with all the prior games in the series, we've learned a lot, and we changed the disguise system. We changed a lot of other systemic elements in Hitman. So the important part is that it should be a deliberate decision. I want to do a brutal approach. So if it goes south, then I know, all right, it was my own mistake. It wasn't like because I didn't understand the mechanics or they were in the way, right? So we put a lot of energy into that to make that as solid as possible. But this is also talking about a live experience. This is also gives us an opportunity to, if these mechanics are not just right, we still can do something about it. So together with the community, we will be able to tweak that after December the 8th as well. So that's a really good thing. But again, the mechanics should not be in the way for experimenting or for figuring out how to take out the target. So that's really essential thing, and we put a lot of effort into that.
This system sounds like it would actually be really conducive, maybe more than any Hitman game has ever been, for multiplayer and cooperative hits and stuff like that. Is it kind of designed with that idea in mind?
Well, Hitman is still it's a creative stealth action game, and it's a single player game, right? So it's a game where via contracts you have the opportunity to compete with your friends. Right now we don't have any plans for a cooperative synchronous multiplayer. It might be something that we'll look into in the future, but right now it is still Agent 47 in the center and the hit-centric experience.
Forget cooperative. I don't want cooperative. I want one other agent in the same world as me, each of us trying to kill each other. That
Spy versus spy.
Just flip that switch, check that box while you're developing it, check that box to include that, and then it'll just be in the game, right?
And the part where it says number of players 1, just erase 1.
Erase 1, put in 2. It's easy.
It's super easy.
Yeah, you mentioned the it all sort of kicks off December 8th. Can you give us an idea? I know that there's only a limited amount you're talking about right now. Can you give us an idea of what that will look like? Am I going to pay to get into that? Or is it going to be sort of an early access kind of thing? Like what are we looking at?
I mean, this is very important to mention that everything that comes from IO Interactive and it's Hitman. It's not it's finished. It's a finished product. It's we don't ship anything that is not completely finished and polished. So it's not early access. It's not something half finished features that we develop together with community. That's not it. We deliver the best possible experience and content that we believe we've done out there, and then we can tweak that afterwards to make it even better with the community and with our fans out there. So the experience will start December the 8th. There will be several locations, a lot of hits in there already, and that experience will just keep on evolving, both the story, locations, the missions, hits, but also this pulse I'm talking about, weekly, bi-weekly. There will be some custom challenges. There will be these time-limited challenges. So a lot of richness to the service or the experience as well. So no, it's not an early access. It's a finished product and polished as you would expect from IO Interactive.
Will it only ever be digital? Will this ever be on a disc?
No, there will be a disc later on. I mean, more details will follow, but
Sure.
for people that really want to have the disc as well, there will be ways of entering and getting the experience on the disc as well. But obviously, there is, with the experience being digital, it gives a lot of opportunities and a different kind of experience, right? So these time-limited targets, for example, they're one-offs. When they're gone, they're gone. They won't be a part of this. So in the studio, when we talk about this, we like to compare it to being at a concert. So a rock concert, things can happen on the scene that you won't have on the album when you buy it later, right? So I think it's a good comparison to how we believe the experience will be. So it's up to you if you want to have be a part of the journey from the start and have the experience it together with the community and with the fans and share this together, or you want to have it on a disc later.
One last question, Hakan. Do you think that Agent 47 will ever start just citizens arresting people, or maybe just trying to talk them through their problems? Say, hey, I know you've been down a rough path. Let's talk about this together.
A hug man, if you will.
A hug man. Just hug it out and just try to talk them down.
He is already totally a hug man. Right. I mean,
but he hugs next.
He
hugs next with piano wire.
Hugs out there, so he's totally lovable. I mean, look at me. I'm also huggable, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Hakan Abrak, thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
And thanks to you at home for watching. We've got lots more on Polygon.com, so go there now. There's more videos, etc. And we'll be talking to you again real soon.